If you are in need of changing the numbers on your Palm Agent app because the taxes and insurance are looking a little bit wonky, there's two ways you can adjust that. The first thing is to check your county. Check what county you have the properties, the Palm Agent set in, and compare that to the property that you're doing the market analysis on. So let's say you're working with a buyer who is looking to purchase a home on Daniel Island, that's Berkeley County. If your Palm Agent app is set to Charleston County, that's not going to calculate the numbers accurately, so you need to adjust that. So one way to do it is on the main page of your desktop and your mobile version. If you do the drop down arrow from Charleston, it will give you the option to change this to Berkeley, Colleton, or Dorchester County. So let's just change it to Berkeley County for now. Hit save, and now your numbers will be changed automatically. Everything in the system, all of your defaults will change to reflect Berkeley County. So let's say you're working with a buyer and they want to know what their monthly payment will be on a certain house that you're looking at. So what you want to do is go into the buyer tab and go to quick estimate. Let's say it's a conventional loan and they're going to do a $575,000 purchase and they're going to put, let's just say $50,000, not necessarily 10% or a certain percentage, but 50,000. You can change that by putting in 50 and it will automatically change it to a dollar amount. If you want to go back to a percentage, you can go back and put, let's just say 15%. Leave the interest rate the way that it is. Leave the term the way that it is. The taxes and insurance, as I mentioned, will reflect Berkeley County. Let's say you're really not sure that 0.68% is enough for the insurance because you know this is in a high flood zone or whatever the circumstance is, but you know that the homeowner's insurance is $3,400 a year. I'm just making numbers up. So I'm going to change this. Instead of going with the default, I'm going to change it to $3,400. And again, you see it switch from a percent to a dollar amount. Same thing with property taxes. Let's say you have a person that is purchasing this $575,000 house on Daniel Island is using this for an investment property, which means they're going to be taxed at 6%, right? So the property tax ratio that goes in here is for 4% primary occupants. So that's not going to reflect accurate numbers either. So change that to reflect what it would be if it was a 6% occupant. If you're not sure of that number, Google Berkeley County Property Tax Estimator. Again, Google Berkeley County Property Tax Estimator, and it will allow you to put in the purchase price, and it will also allow you to put in that it's a 6% owner or investor occupied ratio. So let's say we do that and the number comes back and it is $8,400 a year for taxes. I'm going to put that number in there, and our HOA per month is, let's just say, $175. We've already got it set on monthly. And let's assume we're going to do a 30-day closing that will put us at May 4th. Hit OK, and then hit compute. So once again, the information that you've put in here, you've left the loan type as a conventional. You've done home price at $575. These people are putting 15% down. If they wanted to put a certain dollar amount down, we would just change that to a dollar amount. That's helpful if you're getting a certain net proceed from a house they have to sell. But in this case, we're just leaving it at 15%. The interest rate goes in by default based on today's rate. Leave the term at 30. You can leave miscellaneous blank, or you can add some things in there if you want to, like closing costs, but we'll see in a minute here how those closing costs will come into play. To make these numbers a little more accurate for my specific client, I changed the hazard insurance to $3,400 rather than the default percentage, and I also changed the property taxes to $8,400 rather than the default percentage because this is an investor occupied at 6%. I put the HOA in there, I put the closing costs or the closing date, and then hit compute. It brings up everything that I need to know in terms of cost and cash to close. So you've got monthly payment down at the bottom with taxes and insurance. You'll see that PMI because we didn't put 20% down. You'll see up here 15% down what their loan amount will be at $488,750. Adjusted loan amount, well, there isn't one because we're not putting an additional amount of money down. HOA $175 per month. Hazard insurance $283 gives you your total payment when combined with taxes and principal and interest at $37.61. If I want to see the detailed closings, I can click here. and I see all the detailed breakdown. These are based on our partners with Weeks and Irvin. So all of these title search and attorney fees are based on our partnership with them. You'll see the interim interest calculated up top for the date that we specified for closing, and you'll see the total cost above that. So then let's say I want to save this and send it to my client. On the desktop version, you'll hit save and send. I believe on the mobile version it says send and gives you options of social media, email, text message. But on your desktop version, you can save it as a PDF. And this is a really neat feature. So it gives you a print preview, and it has all this color stuff you can put. So let's say you're really into pink and you want to make everything pink and all your headings pink. Probably not something that looks very professional, but it makes it fun. If you want to do something reflective of Carolina One colors, you can change it over here to blue. You see my contact information on the left-hand side. I can either print this, or I can save it, or up top I can email it, or I could even add my client info. I could say this is for the Smith family, property address 123 Main Street, Charleston, South Carolina, 29401. And I could put some notes, and I could do some property photos. I could do whatever I need to do there, and then I click done. And now this will save this to their file. Puts their contact information up top, and I can easily save this as a PDF and email it to my clients. That's it. Thanks for watching.